Hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you doing? Yeah, that's good. Well, the mic is hot, so don't walk around that. You do just so this mic is hot. It won't be stuck in you right here. Okay, y'all ready? Councilman, we got all the way down to 3 seconds. 2, 1, and after that is.
Welcome, everybody, to the Metropolitan Council zoning meeting this Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. We'll call a meeting to order. Ashley, do we have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
Item number 1, case 30-25-11954, Coursey Boulevard, to rezone from rural to light commercial 1 on property located on the south side of Coursey Boulevard, west of Scarlet Oak Boulevard, Council District 8, Amarosa. Commission action, motion to approve, carried 7-0. Anyone here wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll go to council. Motion by Councilwoman Coleman, second by Councilman Hudson. Is there any opposition? Motion carries. Yes. Item number 2, case 31-259770, Cartana Place, to rezone from commercial alcoholic beverage bar and lounge to heavy commercial 2 on property located on the south side of Cartana Place, east of Airline Highway, Council District 6, Dunn Jr. Commission action, motion to approve, carried 7-0. Anyone here wishing to speak on this item?
Yes, my name is Craig Corey with Monroe and Corey. I'm the civil engineer on the project. I think there's some questions about this new ordinance that's coming out for the tires, and we just want to clarify that this is going to be a new facility that's pretty high class. We've sent Councilman Dunn some pictures that show that. I think he's going to try to get those up, but I'm here just to answer any questions y'all might have.
Yep. My name is Peter LaVille. I'm with Elephant. I'm the broker for this deal, and also speaking to the same, that this is going to be a Class A establishment that we're looking to improve Cortana and the beauty of the center.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll go to council. Councilman Dunn Jr.
Thank you. As both gentlemen mentioned, I have had several discussions with them about this rezoning. I think may have been in April were the last discussions. I think that following month, the committee with the tire business and company committee was formed, and this ordinance was being proposed. I reached out to them and shared with them that was on the horizon. There were some concerns about these types of businesses, and we needed to clarify and make the distinction of what they're doing and make sure that we're not creating another bad actor, which I don't think they are. But I just wanted to be clear with all my colleagues and the constituents what this is, what they will not be doing, the checklist and things of that nature that will be in the ordinance. We're already going through those things with them. But first, I want to get Justin to pull up the image of what this facility will look like, if you can see it. They are currently constructing, is it 60 or 65 of these nationwide?
So currently, they have 70 stores nationwide, and they have 9 under construction in the southeast right now.
70 nationwide, 9 under construction in the southeast. This will go in the Cortana corridor next to where Aldi's is. I've expressed to them the desire for all of us to eliminate these eyesores with storing tires or things of that nature. As you can see, this is the image of what it looks like. And if you guys can speak to what you've already shared with me, there will be no storing of external tires and how the tires will be stored.
That's correct. It'll all be enclosed inside the buildings.
Okay. And also, many of our bad actors, in my opinion, and many of our opinions, are those who are reselling used tires. Will you be selling used tires?
No, sir. No used tires will be sold here.
All right. And if I can get Adam to come up, Adam is on this committee along with Rachel and things of that nature. Adam, can you speak to some of the things we went over with them to make sure that we're not doing anything in conflict or in the spirit of what you guys are trying to do with the committee? And we don't believe that this is in any way the type of business that we're trying to eliminate.
Yes, sir. So as you mentioned, the biggest issue is with the storage of tires outside of the facility. Whether it's storing out front and displaying tires, which as you saw in the picture, that's not what they're planning to do. And then when they're stockpiling tires in the back and then claiming that they're used tires and that they're going to sell them as used tires, that's how you end up with that large pile of tires. So again, they're not planning to sell used tires. So that's all going to be in agreement with what the ordinance was intending to do. I did talk to Rachel earlier, and when the permit office now has a checklist that when they're reviewing plans for new tire shops, they're making sure that all the things that were put in place with this ordinance, that they're checking off on that, and if it's not in there, then that's going back to the designer to let them know that they need to account for those.
And we went over much of that checklist with them, and much of that came back to our liking. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir. And I told Mr. Corey I'd hand him this ordinance when we're done here so that he's got a copy of it.
Yes. All right, thank you. One more image, Justin. I think you have the blueprint of like an aerial view of the, yes. If you can come and speak to that and just kind of tell us what we're seeing from a design standpoint.
Yeah, so this is a very preliminary layout. We just did this yesterday. Just got the survey in the day before. So what we're looking at is up to the top is Cortana Place, and to the bottom is the frontage road or the entrance road. So the square in the middle is the building, and then we got the parking that's needed. There'll be 10 bays for them to pull the cars in to change the tires and that kind of stuff. So,
thank you. Also, I just want to let you guys and the public know that I expressed to them, we worked very hard to revitalize this area with the attraction of Amazon, with the attraction of Aldi, with the Starbucks, the expansion of Raising Cane's, Tropical Cafe, Move Your Body Yoga, the Rouses, all these things on the Florida corridor, the Broadmoor Shopping Center with the McDonald's and the urgent care facility and the Chase Bank. All that corridor has been revitalized and beautified and enhanced, and we want to continue to keep it that way. I talked directly to them about not, being an eyesore and a nuisance, and they understood that, and just wanted to impress upon my colleagues and the public with the concerns out there about tire companies that we don't feel that this will be the nuisance that we've seen with some of the other bad actors. So with that, I'll make a motion to approve, but I also want to give my colleagues who may have similar issue concerns in your district, if you have any questions from them, feel free to ask those questions. I want to make sure we're all comfortable with moving forward with this.
I have a question. So tell me how you will get rid of your tires that you will have.
I don't know the process that they do. I'm a civil engineer designing it, but they do have a process to dispose of those tires legally. I mean, they do this all over the country, so they know the rules to be able to do that.
Can you answer that?
No, sir.
Okay. I wish somebody had been here to answer that question.
I'm
but
telling you.
The key to it for me, and I think it's a great question, Councilwoman. We don't want them stored outside. We don't want them collecting water and mosquitoes and being an eyesore. I want you to come back to me with that answer of how you will, from an operational standpoint, get rid of them, just so we will know. But
Okay.
the biggest key is we don't want them to be a visible eyesore. Go ahead, Adam.
Well, I just wanted to point out that part of the record-keeping process, that's part of the tire business permit, is that they have to report to us who's hauling off the tires, where they're hauling them to. So that's part of those records that we're going to be checking after the fact.
So that'll be a part of Rachel's checklist on permitting?
That'll actually be for us when they get the permit, they'll see. And this is something that they've got to do now for DEQ, but then we're also going to be checking those records as well.
Okay, so you'll
Yeah.
get a plan of action from them, from the operations team, and you'll be monitoring that.
Right. And then when we've got a one-pager brochure that we're going to be sending out to all the existing and future tire shops. That'll have all that information on there.
All right, thank you. It's Councilwoman's time. I don't know if you have another
And
question.
I understand all of that, Adam. And, you know, I understand we've got a checklist and we've got a this, and tires are getting taller and taller. And I understand you all may be doing this in other places, and I'm not saying that I'm against this at all. And I understand you all do this in other places, but this Baton Rouge, and that's what we are concerned about. And so they need to come with documentation as to what they're going to do with the tires. That's my spiel.
All right, we have a motion by Councilman Dunn Jr. Do we have a second? Second by Councilman Hudson. Is there any opposition? Motion carries. Item 3, case 32-254866, Government Street, to rezone from light commercial to commercial alcoholic beverage bar and lounge, CAB2, on property located on the south side of Government Street, west of Bienville Street. Council District 7, Harris. Commission action, motion to approve, carried 7-0. Anyone here wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll go to council. We have a motion by Councilwoman Harris, second by Councilman Moak. Is there any opposition? Motion carries. Item 4, case 33-256800 Burbank Drive, to rezone from rural to medium-density multifamily residential, a portion to heavy commercial 2, on property located on the south side of Burbank Drive, west of Kenilworth Parkway, Council District 12, Rocca. Commission action, motion to approve, carried 7-0. Anyone here wishing to speak on this item?
My name is Bo James Booty with Centerline Engineering. I'm here with a developer on this project, and we're happy to answer any questions y'all might have.
Anyone else wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, go to council. Motion by Councilwoman Rocca, second by Councilwoman Harris. Any opposition? Motion carries. Item 5, RV 625 AJ Hayes White Track revocation, a request to revoke 40-foot public drainage servitude located on the south side of Moss Side Lane, east of Peggy Street, Council District 7, Harris. Commission action, no hearing before the Planning Commission was required per UDC Section 3.6.3. Anyone here wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, go to council. Motion by Councilwoman Harris, second by Councilman Kinney. Is there any opposition? Motion carries. Who wants to be Councilwoman Amorosa tonight? Motion to adjourn by Councilwoman Rocca.
That's the one that was talking about Bloomberg's coming to town.
That's correct, but no man, no sir.